Let's play a Vidya game. So this is where we left off. I think we came from this door, but I am certainly not confident of that fact. There you go. That's better, Joshua. Better strategy. Besides, Canada is the first place that'll be Angelus. So what's my Beulah situation? Bad. Real bad. Like really bad. Unusually bad. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Get in the elevator. Now it's an elevator that goes up for, what's-his-face. And then Naomi was a Zumba, suspect that in chat. One of these friends, huh? It's actually best to have your back against the wall when facing these, because when they vanish, that means there's nowhere that they can really go. You don't want them to be behind you. And then he assumes the position, because he's dead now. That's how it works. Maybe this is the strategery way to switch to the Kniff. Goodbye. Oh boy, one of these friends. No time to switch to the Kniff, and I'm not sure if it would be wise anyway. How's my Beulah situation? Bad? Real bad. Yeah, okay, good. Perfect. Just like to establish that it's real bad. I might actually try to leave and roll the dice again on this room. How? You can attack me around a corner? Okay. Not around a corner, but diagonally is what I meant there. I did not need to turn to attack you. Then the Kniff can attack the side. That was stupid. I could have just gotten a free attack there, and I just sort of chose not to. Cool, and I just chose to lose a turn. I'm doing a very good job. I wanted to die. My goal was death. Do the Zumbas do more damage in this game than they did in previous games, too? Everything's fine. Everything's very good. 5 health is all I wanted anyway. Everything is super good. Joshua, inspect that in chat. Don't you worry. 100% chance of success. No way. Wow, all they're giving me is riffle. They just really want me to use the riffle, I guess. At least as in, like, Outbreak, and then you'd be constantly dying as you played, regardless of health. Oh, is that a thing, Joshua? Glad I didn't put that on the poll this time round. Though I'm sure we'll get around to it eventually. Okay, what's my strategery here? That was not just me wasting Beulahs, that was me reloading. Bang, bang. Bang, bang. Resident Evil Outbreak 1, and there's 2 Resident Evil Outbreaks? I didn't know that, Joshua. Started infected, once you hit 100% infection, you die and become a Zumba, says Joshua in chat. Fabulous. What a profoundly annoying way to organize a video game. Hi. I didn't know you even saw me, but apparently you did. Hi. You know that guns can do a distance thing, right? Like, you don't need to literally be inside of me. Okay, whatever. If only there was an Outbreak on Java. Isn't Outbreak on Java? If you fall down or get grabbed, you raise the infection even faster. I love it. I thought Outbreak was... Am I misremembering which is which? I thought Outbreak was a mobile game. Yeah, I'm gonna switch to the Kniff. Outbreak is PS2. Well, I'm pretty sure there is also an Outbreak for J2ME. I seem to recall seeing it in the list. I might be misremembering. Despite Outbreak being hard as balls, it's actually better than all the isometric Resident Evil games because it lets you move around freely rather than with tank controls, says Joshua in chat. I don't mind the tank controls in this game. I mean, that's because there are other things to hate about this game, and the tank controls, relatively speaking, are just not a big deal, but... Shogun ammo. I'm gonna talk about my feelings on these games later, Sonic. My feelings have developed since the last couple of games got, like, unbelievably, ridiculously difficult. Do I just want to go further? Are both of these elevators? Oh, wait, I remember this room. The elevators aren't going to be operating. Come on, get! His feelings are he loves them and wants to thank me for sharing this, says Joshua in chat. I sure am obsessed with these games. I mean, anytime that anybody tells me they like the Resident Evil games, I will be doing the, like, you're not a true fan if you haven't played a Confidential Report. There's one thing these games gave us, it's that lovely Naomi voice that's not in the chat. That voice, that's just going on my list of voices now. That's gonna be with us for a long time. Oh, good, you. This elevator isn't even gonna work. I'm just gonna leave. Pardon. didn't mean to interrupt you in there. Never mind. Goodbye. Naomi's the hero we didn't want, but we definitely needed, says Joshua of the voice. Come at me, bro. I can shoot around corners because I have magic powers. Elevator power terminals are lined up here. Looks like they're working, but I don't care. So, who's in what's it? I do not read. Tyler, that's his name. He has already done this, and this is a pointless place for me to be. You're using ballistic trajectory to shoot above the walls, says Speculated in chat. Oh. That makes perfect sense, given that all the rest of the universe, as we can see, is darkness. And, you know, the Boule would go to the darkness, of course. Why wouldn't it? Well, that was completely pointless. I had no reason to go down that hallway at all. Boules are not scared of the dark. That's true, Speclad. That's true. Boules are not scared of the dark. And they're not scared of being mispronounced, either. Cool, thanks. Best part of Outbreak is that if you're playing solo, then get stuck with two AI allies that are useless and do nothing but get in the way, constantly waste supplies, says Joshua. Oh, it's one of those games where it's like, it's meant to be a multiplayer game, and they give you an AI, but the AI is worse than nothing. I know that kind of game. Save ammo. Oh, 9mm ammo. It's been a long time. The AI isn't that bad. It dies quick, and you can and it can just be used as meat shields, says Sonic in chat. That'll be a good tagline for an action horror movie. 9 Mile. Thank you, Spec. Well, but it is MM, isn't it? Just as much as I like to give them all stupid names, I'm not sure if I can find a way to make MM be mile. Though these are the, this is 2/16 of a gun, right? 1/8 of a gun. Oops. Yeah, this is an 1/8 of a gun. Which, you know, sometimes an 1/8 of a gun is all you need. 9 M&Ms. I should, next time I try to tackle, Hero's Quest, the blind game, I should bring you on. I feel like, you have the right perspective for that. So where are we at right now, asked Maz Dragon? Last confidential report game, we were somewhere in the hospital. Forgot what was the consensus on the grenade launcher. Bad, as Sonic in chat. Basically, like, gimmick invented for one situation. It was clearly not, you know, designed to be, like, it was designed to solve that last room, which is fine, but, like... The origin of the whole incident is here. I can't leave now. Didn't know I was leaving, but okay. Apparently I'm leaving. Didn't know that was the exit door, but thank you. So overall, Shoddy is the best gun in series. Got it, says Sonic in chat. I mean, it is, so, for, you know, for all that the tactics in this game are a bit sort of, doofusy quasi-tactics and not real tactics, like, there is an actual tactical choice in when to use the shotgun. So it is, you know, to whatever degree this is a tactics game, that is reflected in the presence of the Shogun. Like, most of the other weapons have no particular tactics to them, but the Shogun does. This is a bad battle, just basically got unlucky about the angle that the enemy got on me here. Shogun has the most strategy in this tactics game, so it wins by default, says Sonic in chat. No, Shogun is the gun that introduces any level of tactics to this tactics game. What? Then where am I supposed to go? Wait, what? I've gone everywhere. These elevators are both ruined. There's nowhere to go there. Game. Did I go backwards? Did I start this, no, I didn't. Joshua is shocked I missed the room. Supposed to climb under the bench and curl into a ball, suspect that in chat. That sounds like the right move right now, to be honest. I'm wasting so much ammo that I cannot get back right now. Let's just use the regular gunnulator for you. You don't deserve a riffle. This is where I came from. I mean, I guess perhaps there were other directions here that I've forgotten about, but there aren't. I think one quick fix of these games would be the enemies drop herbs and bullets. It would make backtracking somewhat strategic, risk versus reward type deal, says Sonic in chat. I have so much to discuss, and will. Game? This is nothing. I think I'm trying. So okay, it's been a week. It's possible that I started this stream by backtracking. I don't think so. Like, I don't think that this is where I came from. I don't think that I ended last week by going down that elevator, because I don't think that I was in... Like, I went through my previous saves. I would have had a save in this room if I had been through this room, but I didn't, so I haven't. But maybe this entire direction is a distraction? Maybe there was somewhere over here that I missed? I mean, that door is blocked off. This is where I came from. My inclination is to get killed so that I can reload. You don't need to get killed so you can reload. You can just go to the title. I'm flummoxed. I'm utterly flummoxed. It has to be this way. How about I just don't move and hope that you turn around? How's that for a strategy? Maybe your files can remind you what you're supposed to be doing. Suspect that in chat. I know what I'm supposed to be doing. I'm looking for, like, ground zero, so to speak. Report. Investigation 2. Saw that cop again. I have to go, but not until I get to Special Research Lab B. I have no idea if Special Research Lab B is up here, but I suspect that the answer is no. And that I was correct, that I need to be in an entirely different place right now. 2 words I never expected to hear. I'm flummoxed, says Dana Chat. Do I not seem like the kind of person who would say I'm flummoxed? I'm regularly flummoxed. I feel... Usually I'm master at these games, though. Thanks for the lie there, Dan. Very nice. I feel I need to back up. I feel something has gone terribly awry. So I'm going to go ahead and back up to where I started this stream and just go a different direction from there, because this feels completely wrong. But how can this be wrong? I don't understand. Gonna sneeze. Gonna sneeze. The music does... The music has gotten very strange, Van Whitman, but it does very much feel like an alarm, yeah. I'm gonna leave the music playing while I restore this, just so that you have something beautiful to listen to. In flags, Joey in chat. No, I'm not. The music is the music is a great part about these games. Unironically, I have not gone back on that. The music is great. It's great because it's freaking weird. But like, what do you want? Okay, time to restart that. Exactly, Joshua. It's very atmospheric, and it's like actually atmospheric as opposed to, you know, I made terrible music, and because it's terrible, I'm going to call it atmospheric. Atmospheric. The door's locked. Says you need all this shit to get in here. So I think that room B is up here, and I didn't need to go this way. Because there is so much over here that I didn't really re-explore. I think this is where I'm supposed to be. Can't open it from this side. Hi. Gotta die fast. Such a weird walk, says Ben Whitman. The walk cycle is also one of the benefits of this game. Just getting to experience this walk cycle. I don't know why I even call it a walk cycle. There's nothing cyclic about it. It's just madness. 9mm Boulets. Naomi finds the diary of researcher S and begins to read it. S's diary. The lab is finally under investigation. I prepared a data disk to give the FBI in exchange for my personal safety. I plan to hand it over myself. Oops, I'm dead. Well, good thing I found that. That was one skosh away from being Tyler's voice, Sonic. Very close. File on the shelf says, the high security key requires an authorization form. Great, well I have a form for a key now or something. Why do I need that file that just says that it needs a form? You have to fill out the forms, says McClain. You know, somehow, I didn't think that the state of the state of repair in here right now would call for filling out forms, but you're probably right. I was already in here. So, this is where I came from. That seems like the wrong direction right now. Mr. M. Make sure that I have fully investigated this. Happily married couple photo. There's an authorization form addressed to M. What do you mean I could get the key with? What am I gonna hand this to the person in charge of supplies, and they'll be like, "Show me your authorization form. I don't care about the zombie outbreak." Yes, that is true, Specklad. Since it's Mr. and Mrs. M, they're M&Ms. Who is telling Naomi to find stuff? Asked Van Whitman in chat. At this point, she's just a rogue agent. She's just out here, because she's curious. And, I can respect curiosity. Thanks for bringing back the enemies game. I love when games do that. Cool. Thank you. I mean, Boulets are a limited resource, but health is an even more limited resource right now, so I think it's right for me to kill these things with gunnulators, though I should be using the light gunnulator instead of the heavy gunnulator, which is not a gunnulator, it's a riffle. Everybody got my language? No language issues following the stream, right? Cool. Love killing enemies I've already killed, just like everybody. Nothing more fun than killing enemies I've already killed. Use Gunnulator Boulets on the Zoombas. Got it, says Sonic in chat. See? It's all clear. When are these answers to the test at the end? Asks Dad in chat. I can foresee no way that somebody using my terminology in an actual formal examination of some kind could go awry. This is a bad room. This is one of those rooms that are like a bad room. This is a bad room. This guy luckily just doesn't feel like attacking, so that was convenient. Green Herbs Plus. New from the makers of Green Herbs. Naomi finds the diary of researcher M and begins to read it. M's diary. The mouse version of the Microsoft virus and it is vaccine are complete. My husband has asked me to prepare samples to give the FBI. There's not much time before A's bomb goes off. So they set off an A-bomb. I mean, I still haven't actually acquired the key. I don't understand where I'm supposed to, like, who am I supposed to show this authorization form to? That can't work on this room, can it? There's a 0% chance that I can now get into this room. Yeah. An A-bomb or an A-bomb? Asks Van Whitman in chat. Whichever is funnier. This is where I came from and inaccessible. Is there still more I can do? I guess I didn't do this room since getting the other stuff, so maybe this is the answer. I doubt if I'm softlock, Van Whitman. I honestly doubt that this game has softlocks. It seems pretty well engineered, at least in that sense. I didn't even know that you had seen me yet. Okay. Photo of K. I already have it on file, but I couldn't get the evidence from him. Cool, thanks. You put Mr. M's authorization into the card slot. I put the authorization form that is not a card into the card slot, and a new card emerges. Boy, they shouldn't use these robo authorization, like robo supplies people, but whatever. Okay, we got a high security key. Just buy dark magic. Use the high security key and open the door. Or did you? Yes, you did. Oh, hi! Thanks! Cool! My favorite games place me right in front of a soldier. Very awesome! I love getting shot. See, this is a perfect example, this room. As far as I can tell, where it puts the enemies is completely random, and so, like, that could have been nothing or complete death based on just random luck. Just luck, no skill, just roll the dice, maybe die. Same here, of course. If that one had been facing away, that's like 30 HP I wouldn't have lost. Well, maybe not 30. It's like 15 HP I wouldn't have lost. I barely didn't waste that. Oh, this is here. Okay. Come on, no respawning. No whammies, no whammies, no whammies. Stop. Okay. No respawn, no respawn. Bam. Cool. Now I actually have time to switch to a more appropriate weapon. Oh, great. I've got a ladder up and a ladder down, but I have no clue whether I want to go up or down. Come on, enemy AI, figure it out. Walk into the line of fire. You know you want to. Come on. There you go. Good enemy AI. Walk into the line of fire. Why don't the shooty guys kill the zombos? Asked Van Whitman in chat. As far as I can tell, they're just on the same side. As far as I can tell, they've just decided that they're friends. There's no in-game explanation for that, so I just have to accept the fact that the armed forces have just decided that they're on the same side as Zumbas for no reason. Great, perfect, love it. Dang it, everything is so familiar because, of course, Tyler went through it all. And I'm trying to remember, like, is this familiar because she's already been through it? No, it's familiar because Tyler already went through it. Always back into a corner. That's just good strategy. Wonder if that's a Sonic in chat. You know it's Sun Tzu. You know it's Sun Tzu. I really recognize this save point. I'm a little bit concerned. I feel like I may have gone in a circle. Let me just, out of here. Cool, thanks. This is just a room with some kill in it. There's just death in this room. I love the rooms that just have dying in them. Yeah, I think going up here was... Oh, well. The origin, the whole incident is here. I can... My favorite thing is how you can go through this whole area, end up somewhere you didn't need to be, and then have to backtrack and just hope you get lucky about respawn mechanics. I love hoping to get lucky about respawn mechanics. Because it's not like the game told me where to go. Just like real life, says Sonic. And that's what makes it fair and good and a very good video game. Can't open it from this side. Well, now I've gone too far. These enemies will have respawned. Pardon me, pardon me. Pardon me, Howler Monkeys. Sorry to bother you, Howler Monkey. I just want to go through this door, where they haven't respawned. I understand nothing. Great, perfect, thank you. Here's the Shogun, US Shot 2, TM, Special Forces Shogun. How's my Shogun ammunition? Everything is bad. Everything is extremely bad. Nothing is good right now. I'm actually going to get out this gunulator just because the 13 shots in the clip. Better than nothing. Cool, thank you. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye. Respawns are actually based on steps taken since the death of that enemy, says Joshua in chat. I doubt it, but I would almost believe it only because I know this game was made by jerks. Goodbye, cruel world. Goodbye. I think I'm on my last healing item, and hopefully I'm gonna get an opportunity to use it. Once again, let me just use the ammo that's in the clip. Come on, get into the line of fire. Don't just be AI broken, thank you. 9mm Bulets for the standard gunulator. Let me guess, this is going to be an even better 9mm gun, and I just refilled that one. Here's the grenade. Okay, we know there's a boss coming up because we just got a grenade launcher. Hi. You seem so alive right now. Naomi locates a hidden research lab. She finds a man sitting there. Man from Lab B. So, this... Oh, wait. This is not... I thought this was going to be his voice. No, this is Naomi's voice. Fine. So, this is the project leader. He came running with all manner of evidence for me. I'm certain that the final product that Kay wanted to deliver is here, too. Let me guess. He vanishes for no reason. He's gone. Okay, but he gave me a glass box, so that's nice. Select one of the 3. Make the lab mouse your final evidence. Oh, no. No. Naomi sounds like poo, but he smoked too many cigarettes. It's bad with it. Sample in small vial. No, don't do this to me. Okay, there's a lab rat, there's a data disk, and there's a sample in a small vial. What clues have we gotten that will tell us what to do here? So far, I've gotten the data and the sample from the informants. Okay. Final product. I mean, given that what's here is data and a sample, maybe I should be going for the one that isn't one of those two things. I prepared a data disk to give the FBI in exchange for my... Oh, this is S's diary. Oh, I missed 5. Interesting. The mouse version of the Microsoft virus and it is vaccine are complete. So I missed investigation 5, and as a consequence, I may not know which of these I'm supposed to get. My intuition is... That's right, Sonic, Microsoft virus. My intuition is the mouse. Why can I only select one? All 3 are here. Why don't I just take all 3 of them? It's giving me another gun now? This late in the game? And after giving me the grenadine launcher? Oh, a new... This is 2/18 of a gun, so it's only a 1/9 of a gun. Naomi has bullet pockets, not important item pockets. It's because girl pants have no pockets. That is correct, Sonic and Specklad. That is exactly what is going on. Let me tell you from personal experience that if you've got thick thighs, no pants have pockets. The idea of pants pockets with my massive thighs are just not a thing. Oh, I can't... Okay. Oh, is the idea that now that I have the special evidence, I just need to leave? Is that it? Like, now that I have the evidence, I just need to go? Because she just said she needed to collect the evidence and then leave, right? Oh, great. So I... Maybe it's only points. Maybe which evidence you get, it just affects points. Look at how much game I have to go through, including overwriting my one save slot after getting the final evidence. What a game. One of the games of all times. Thick thighs or thick tights, as Van Whitman in chat. Thick thighs. Thick thighs. This gunulator sucks and is terrible. I hate it. It's the worst gunulator I've gotten yet. I'm gonna take my chances that he's just not gonna notice me, and I'm just gonna go. Cool! Thanks! I love when they're both, like, just staring right at me. So you can't attempt the puzzle because you don't have Memo 5, asked Sonic in chat? I assume that I can, like... So I assume that Memo 5 might have gotten a little bit more information, and so I'm making a guess with incomplete information, but the more complete information may have been available, and I just missed it. That is my assumption. I just use whatever has the most in the clip. Nope, I'm not backtracking, and besides, it's too late. I already grabbed the mouse, and for some reason I can't carry both a mouse and a vial. The mouse is the correct answer, you have to save the animals, says Specklad in chat. Whereas Tyler, according to Sonic, says, mouse? Urgh! Yeah, Tyler wants the mouse dead. You know, our two protagonists just have different approaches to everything. This sucks, I hate this, everything is bad. Opposites attract, says Specklad. Yeah, I ship them. What do you want from me, game? What do you want from me? Gotta find Memo 5, suggests Specklad. I mean, whatever I have to do, I have to load an old save. I am currently in an unrecoverable situation, so I'm going to need to load an old save. I'm gonna go... I think this one? How did I miss Memo 5? Where could Memo 5 be? I'm not sure that's exactly what's happening, Master Dragon, but I think you've got the right sort of perspective on it. Finally, Shogun. Okay, now that we know what's downstairs, I have a better sense of what I ought to use, which is probably the riffle. Everything's extremely good. This room doesn't suck in every conceivable way, only most conceivable ways. You just really want to appear right there, huh? That's just your place, okay. Bye, Howler Monkey. I'm still betting on I don't actually need 5. I don't think I need 5. I think we're gonna miss 5, and if you want to know what 5 is, you can go play the game yourself, because I'm not doing this anymore. Look at all these doors here. Imagine the game has it hard-coded so that you need all 8 to see the end screen, says Sonic. I mean, if I do, then we will be going back, but I'm hoping I don't. Okay, I don't feel like I went through the other door here. Maybe I've gone mad, but I don't think I feel like for some reason I went back down or something. Why would I have done that? What is wrong with me? Why didn't I go in here? Upon finding the corpse, Naomi is suddenly surrounded by monsters. Terrible hostility. That man, he was being used by the organization. I'm sure of it. I've got to get out of it. Wait, this isn't her voice. What am I doing?
That man, he was being used by the organization. I'm sure of it. I've got to get out with what evidence I have, but my mission's far from over. I'm still in hostile territory.
Weapon? Grenade launcher. Whoa! I did not want to aim at you. Now he's going to be able to summon nothing, okay. This sucks. Everything sucks. Did I kill that? Well, I killed myself. That's pretty good. Alternatively, if you open the jar file like a zip and look at the text file, it'll show you all the memos, says Joshua in chat. That is a better approach. That's not what I'm going to do, but you're 100% right. Since these are just jar files, you can just go check yourself if you really want to know. Great, thank you. You didn't start in the right place this time. You know what? If the, thing is always going to start right there, if the Howler Monkey is always going to start right there, then I should really use either a Knif or a Shogun. Since I've never, ever used the Shogun, maybe I'll use the Shogun. Yeah, see, Shogun good. Shogun good here. This is a good moment for a Shogun. Good AI. I'm impressed by your AI. You just keep right on dancing. Good job. Gonna use the Boulets in this riffle just to sort of get them out of the clip. More 9mm. Now, I'm going to do one thing that is very clever. Watch me. And saving with those enemies dead instead of alive! Grab that. Still going with this, because the game hasn't given me any evidence to the contrary as yet. Gonna go ahead and get the grenadine launcher out now. Maybe I'm gonna try to have this conversation from somewhere a little bit more, protected. Shogun ammo, that makes sense. You can't leave, Special Reason, you just can't! You can't because the game says you can't! I feel like right here is about the best protected I can get, because I can't have this conversation from a corner or anything, so... It stays with you no matter where you go, says Speclat in chat. Part of you will always be experiencing Special Research Lab B. I'm actually gonna switch to the Shogun. I feel like maybe I can get rid of some of the little ones. I mean, usually, get rid of the little ones has not been the right strategy. But who knows? I'm fairly certain that I'm out of Shogun ammo. I am not out of Shogun ammo. I'm out of life, but, you know, I didn't need that. Good God, look at how far he just got me down! He did 36 damage to me in one hit. Please die. How inconsiderate for that man to die in such an inconvenient spot, says Sonic in chat. Really and truly. Yeah, if that didn't kill him, then I'm screwed anyway, so may as well just go down with the ship. Sorry, go down with the shisp. I don't know what the hell I'm saying. What is, like, honestly, what does the game want from me here? Is this supposed to be possible? Is the design of this area just like, sorry you die here? What? Like, actually, what's happening? It wants tactics, says Speclat. The best tactics games just, place you directly into the middle of a hopeless situation and then say, well, use tactics! Wants to teach you hex editing, suggests Sonic. Oh, I know hex editing. We don't need it. That time I didn't even read that. It's probably not important. Game hits you with a get good, says Joshua chat. Barrel roll, do a barrel roll, says Backlight in chat. I'm going to try this obviously stupid and terrible angle. Wow, I really need to talk to his head. Huh, wait, what? Oh, I just wasn't as close to him as I thought I was. Oh no, but I do need to talk to his junk. Okay, fine. This person that uses a cheat engine occasionally and is not a pro in any way. Is Hex hard for cheating purposes, as Sonic in chat? It is no easier or harder than anything else. The thing is that Hex doesn't, like, hexadecimal just means base 16. Editing the Hex, like, you have to understand the Hex part isn't the important part. It's just memory editing, and you know, memory editing this way, memory editing that way, broadly the same. This feels like it was extremely stupid. Maybe the one to my left won't notice me. Maybe he's myopic. Look at how many grenades this jackass just swallows. I don't even know if I just killed him. I don't know what that was. Everything's fine. I have 1 HP, and that's plenty. I don't know what's hitting me right now. I don't even know how I'm taking damage. I think this might be too close. Nope, it's fine. Let me just stand in the firing range here. Oh, that's a mistake. I can't get out of this mistake. There's nothing I can click. I can't back up. I can't reverse. All I can do is die. I guess I can use the grenadine launcher to kill the Litlins and then cry a lot. I can cry a lot. I can just cry a lot. Like, if I really want to succeed, I could just cry a lot. Okay, let's do a little bit of careful juggling here. I want to get my Shogun fully loaded, but it's not what I'm going to have out immediately. Then I want to get my grenadine launcher out. Then this time, I'm going to have this conversation from this side. I'm just going to stand in his... I am literally standing on his testicles, but he's dead. What does it matter? Cryolot, available in all pharmacies, says Sonic in chat. What do you want from me, game? Like, actually, what do you want from me? So the question is, how many shotgun blasts to the back of the head can I tank? So is he gone or what? Like, is that blinking, does that mean he's gone or what? Cool. What? How is that not hit? Well, I guess it'll hit both of them indirectly. What? How did, what? I understand nothing. Okay, of all the bad situations I could be in, this is one of the least bad. Like, this is not so bad. This feels potentially survivable. Bizarrely, I feel like it's a better tactic for me to let him come to me. That gives me the most just clean shots before he can do anything. And if you can just keep blinking in a way that achieves nothing, that would really help me. You just keep blinking, and I'll just keep dying. That's Riffle 11. Riffle 13 has 20 Bullays in it. Just keep blinking. Just keep blinking in a way that achieves nothing. I don't know what you think you're doing, but just keep blinking. Please blink more. If you can blink instead of attacking me, that would be lovely. I mean, you can slurp up a lot of Bullays, but if all you do in retribution for the Bullays is blink at me, then I'm fine. The blinking is his invincibility frame, says Speclat in chat. Oh. There's a ladder leading down. Remember, even after you've beaten the final boss, you still need to get through usually 3 or 4 enemies. Because this game was designed by idiots. You got the wrong evidence, you lose. That didn't kill you? Really? This is fine. Everything's good. Oh, okay. I've got 9mm Bullays. I have more spare Bullays than I realized. Hey, it's you again. Let's get married. At the escape tunnel, Naomi meets the policeman again. Somehow, they've both survived. Evacuation.
Thank God, that cop made it this far as well, but the organization knows who he is now. I imagine he'll go into FBI protective custody for now, but the bombs will drop soon. It's time to go.
Naomi reaches her destination and finds Tyler. There's an error. I have never seen this UI element in this game. The two of them are able to escape successfully. Shortly thereafter, the city is bombarded and completely destroyed. Tyler told the FBI agent what he'd seen and done. She returned to HQ with her evidence and continued the investigation. Among her evidence was the lab mouse. Its analysis provided startling revelations about the nature of the virus. Its cells regenerated constantly. Were the researchers seeking immortality, the holy grail of modern science? The virus was released by an explosion in the facility, and it in turn caused all manner of monstrous mutations. But the investigation stopped there. The government stepped in and halted any further inquiry on the subject. Likewise, the investigation into the soldiers and their indiscriminate extermination of survivors came to an end. All information and evidence pertaining to the incident have been classified as top secret, never to be revealed again. Mission complete! Go to Capcom World for more files. This was the last one. This was the last one, though. Okay, so many thoughts. So, the way that this game drew me in and had me feeling so neutral for so long is that it's fairly easy, and the fact that it's fairly easy almost counterbalances the really critical flaw with these games. And I want to say, this is a critical flaw they could fix easily. Obviously, they're not going to now, but that, like, this game is, like, 85% of the way there. The critical flaw is that this game, by which I mean all of these games, File 1, 2, 3, and 4, aren't fair. And I don't mean, so like a lot of time people say, oh, this game isn't fair. And what they actually mean is like, it's hard. That's not what I'm saying, because even File 4 wasn't particularly hard, but they were just unfair. And it's really a very different thing, because like, if a game, so for a game to be unfair, that means that whether you succeed or fail doesn't have much to do with your input. And like, this is a tactical game, but your tactics depend so much on knowledge that you can't possibly have and on random chance of like where enemies end up that actually the randomness completely overwhelms the tactics, but it creates this illusion that there's tactics there. And particularly in the earlier games that were even easier, it was easy to get overwhelmed by that illusion of tactics and think like, yeah, this is fine. But then by File 4, it's like, oh, actually, you walk into a room and random chance of what enemies there are, what arrangement they're in, and, you know, the fact that it doesn't give you enough stuff to survive is, like, the difference between life and death is just the roll of the dice. And so, like, the game is just fundamentally unfair. And if every room just started in a consistent arrangement, then that would actually fix the fairness and would, like, be a huge step towards the game being better. Also, if the AI was more predictable and less just totally random. The other thing that makes it horribly unfair is that so often there are paths that you can go down, particularly in the later games. The earlier games were very linear, but the later games were less linear, and if you go down the wrong path, like, you might get a few bullets, but you're going to lose a lot more bullets than it took for you to get there. And so you can end up, like, going on this wild goose chase. And bear in mind, I can cheat and bring back my previous saves. Somebody playing this on a real phone couldn't, so they would just have to start over again, over and over and over. So, like, you can finish any of these chapters in probably 2 hours if you know exactly what you're doing, but if you actually own this on the phone, you would just end up playing them over and over and over, restarting because you went down a bad path. The game has no, like, it's the standard Resident Evil, like, you don't have enough stuff, you have to preserve resources, but on top of that, the enemies respawn and you can easily get lost, which is just like a hideously unfair way to make a game. So, like, the basic game mechanics, I would actually say pretty good. The sort of idea of it, the concept of it, pretty good. The execution is just so hideously unfair that it undermines everything else. No, Speclad, like, the basic idea of the gameplay is fine. Like, if all of the enemies started in a consistent place, if their decision-making was not non-random, but less random, and if they didn't respawn, like, those three things keep everything else the same, this would be, like, I would have it well into the good game category. Like, it would be a good game with those three changes. And I don't think any of those fundamentally undermine the concept. So, there you go. There's my thoughts. Graphics terrible. Graphics, like, laughably bad. It's so awful. The music, weird, but, like, it really grew on me. It started weird and got weirder, but you know what? It's like great weird. It was weird in a really enjoyable way. Yeah, bad games, but, like, in the category of bad games, it's like it's a diamond in the rough because you can really imagine how you could, like, just polish those last little bits and it would be good. But it is like the ways that it's bad utterly ruin it, at least by the end. Like, File 1, anybody can enjoy File 1 because it's just too easy. Okay. There's my thoughts. No, Speclad. Speclad. A great game needs... I have always said, and I will say it again, a great game needs either a great story or a great gameplay. Does not need great graphics, does not need great music. Either of them can enhance it. And if it has a great story, the gameplay needs to at least not get in the way. If it has great gameplay, the story needs to at least not get in the way. This one was never going to have a great story, but the gameplay got in the way, and that's the problem. You're parodying my statement. Thank you so much.